Okay, welcome to, I think it's week 4, might be week 3, of the iRacing INDYCAR Open Series. We are at Mid-Ohio, got 42 laps here. We are in the top split, first race of the season, or I guess first recorded race of the season for me, but first race of the week. It's going to be really interesting. My goal here is to stay alive. I am on the alternate tires. There's a lot of primary tires up ahead, so might be kind of battling with them. There's a bit of a spread in where folks are qualifying. Got to remember to change my engine map. Fucked that up at Belle Isle. Don't have quite the pace I had there, but this is going to be an interesting start. So let's just try and make this clean. I would love to go single file through here. Gonna just lift pretty early. Getting down into 4th, getting right up along that yellow line, and then let's just get back in the gas. Nicholas up ahead. Great driver. Don't want to battle him too much. Ben Dickey behind. Oh, no! Looked like there was... Come on. So an incident ahead. I lost 2 positions. I thought Ben was coming pretty far into me. I'll have to rewatch that. Might have been. Might have made a mistake going into the braking zone there and was obviously on those primary tires that don't have quite as much grip as the alternate tires. But staying in 8th position here, pretty good. I'm going to be honestly happy with a top 8 finish. We're going pretty slow through here right now. Everyone kind of getting bunched up. Ben Dickey going wide through there. That's going to impact both Bevan and I as we head into this last section. Is Bevan going to be able to get by? Oh, that's going to be potentially an incident. I'm going to try and take the inside here since I have the grippier tires and just rip it right around. There we go. All right, I'm going to use push to pass just to try and get ahead of Ben here. Don't know if Ben has any damage on that, but I want to avoid just getting caught up in anything. It's still early in the race. Looks like I don't necessarily need push to pass. As long as I can keep distance from Ben, make some time up on Nicholas ahead, I will be happy. Nicholas again on those primary tires. So while I'm in 6th place, I've got folks on the primaries to pass, and there's some folks in the alternates behind need to get ahead of. Ben Dickey making up some good time behind, so maybe I do need to get going a little faster. Why am I going so slow right now? Just a bad exit, I think, but I'm in mix 1. Made sure I didn't make that mistake again. Y'all were there. So let's just go ahead and try and rip it through here. You know, try and get into a rhythm. This is a massive track to get into a rhythm on. So I do want to get ahead of Nicholas here, get into that top 5. Again, not counting on keeping it. I do have to get on those slower tires eventually, but this time that I'm making up through here is just crazy. So I want to be able to do that freely without being worried about being stuck behind Nicholas. So I'm going to just try and set up a good exit out of the pin, the hairpin? What do they call it? I can't remember exactly. But this next turn, 2 and 3, right? It's just 2. Want to get a good exit out of here. Get on push to pass. Try and get ahead. Oh shit, that's my pit speed limiter, so I need to get a push to pass. God damn it, why do I always do that? Okay. Always going for my pit speed limiter. I gotta move it. To move it over here is some shit. That's bananas. So burn to push to pass just to try and keep that position. Ben making up some great time, so I really need to put up some time on Nicholas and try and get past him here. But should be able to do that next lap. I'm worried about the folks behind Ben. I really don't want to get stuck behind everyone, and my tires are going to start to wear off pretty soon, and the primaries are going to start to come in, so we'll be relatively even, but I would love to get ahead and be able to kind of control that pace a little bit more than I'm able to right now. 107.6 for Phil Kraus. That is crazy. All right. So, should be nice and close to Nicholas. Got my push to pass up here. Checking, make sure I know where it is as we're coming out of here. Getting the gas real nice and early. Don't think I'm going to be able to make up 3.5 tenths even with draft, but we're going to go for it. We're going to see what we can do trying to cut up the inside here. Not quite enough room. I'm just not going to be able to do anything there. I could have really sent it in, but problem is I've got the pace in the twisty section, so I might have to take a bit of a risky pass. Not really raced with Nicholas before to know what is viable and what's going to be just an asinine pass attempt. I think this went a little wide there. I should be fine to stay right behind him through this. Oh, going wide there as well.
Car right. Clear.
So pushing hard, trying to keep me behind. Fine with that right now. I do want to get back onto a little bit of a faster pace through here. Can I take this with no push to pass down into 2? I'm going to look at it. I do have the better braking. Just going to make Nicholas take a slightly different line. I'm going to get on the gas. I think that was a good one. So burn and push to pass again, but a lot closer. 8/10. Should be able to just make this move. Nicholas defending the inside there. So I'm going to have to go deep, try and hold this. So make sure I'm giving some room there.
Clear on the right.
Started to come over a little bit early. So now let's just try and make up some distance now that we're in a more technical section where these tires can really shine. Got Ben Dickey right behind on Nicholas. To rewatch that, I know I came over a little bit. I think Nicholas had to react to me coming over, so I hope that's not the case, but I was closing that door a little and probably should have left it open, not do a Max Verstappen from the Rebel Ring. So right now we're looking good, keeping some speed on everyone. We're up in 5th. I really just need to put some time on because Nicholas and Ben are going to come right back. Even Matt Taylor, who's up ahead and I might be able to catch. Once they're on the alternate tires, they are going to be going a lot faster than they are now, and I will be struggling to keep them behind me, but that is the goal. Looking like everyone else well, Kevin on the alternates, but everyone else ahead on those primaries. We do have some lap traffic here. The 4 car must have been involved in that incident early on. I didn't actually catch who was involved in it. Was just focusing on getting through there. Looked like a braking error, but we'll have to work our way through that. See, lost a lot of time off of where I could be there, just fighting the car through that section. It does really upset the car, but you want to be a lot smoother than that going through there. Just this car loves to get into a rhythm at Mid-Ohio, and it just is fantastic when you do. So I need to get it there. Got 7 push to passes left. Gonna get into that rhythm, and I'll catch y'all as things get interesting. Slide, just do a nice little drift through that corner. Guess we're not leaving. Gonna just stay on it. Seb Alexander behind. Gonna definitely be able to get ahead. I'm gonna push my brake bias forward because I did just lock it up through there. Braking a little early. See what Seb wants to do, trying to get ahead through here.
Still there.
Not really. Likes to go too wide there.
Still there.
Okay.
On the left.
Lost quite a bit of time through there. Could have been worse with that incident. Gonna push that brake bias back now. Now that that drift is over, but I'm gonna have to make up that time. Let's see what Seb and I can do. Hopefully I don't have to battle with Seb, but just got in the brakes a little late there. Paid for it. I think that might have actually been a downshift error, but I will have to really check on that and see what happened. That's something worth revisiting, seeing what that error was. I'm thankful that it wasn't as big of an error as that could have been, but holy shit, that was rough. We were 1.7 seconds ahead of Nicholas, and now we are 2 seconds behind. So lost a good deal of time, but all things considered, that could have been a lot worse. So I'm thankful for that. Probably fought Seb a little hard, all things considered, having just had that slide. So good on Seb, keeping it nice and clean through there. But let's see what I can't do. Trying to get back ahead of everyone here. So we're still racing. There are still plenty of laps to go, and gonna have to switch to those slower, less grippy tires here pretty soon. Interested to see where an incident might happen with folks ahead. Fastest lap. After that, probably plenty of aero coming into play there. So just gonna give Seb a look. And let's get on the gas, hitting the grass a little there, not so great. Should be able to get past everyone, but I need to improve my passing here, especially before the pro qualifying series comes here in the 7th week, because I just need to be more aggressive about my passing, but it feels tough to set up. You can really defend pretty well being off pace here. So Seb's slowing down a lot, as Seb was going to go wide there. So have to kind of pay attention to that, see what the cars in front are doing, and be able to respond to them. I don't know if Seb is pushing hard, just losing the front of that car, or what, but I'd love to get ahead because I'm doing okay with keeping my tires in a pretty good condition. Seb going wide here. Not gonna get speed again. I should have been on push to pass through here. Once I saw Seb going wide, might have been able to push it, but that'll do it. That'll give me the room to get past. That is what I'm worried about doing when I am on the primary tires. I tend to lock up quite a bit going into 2 and just run wide. Do the same thing into the carousel. Turn 12. So from here, I just want to put pressure on these two and try and get a pass. I hope that they let me. There's some tight battling going on here. Ben is really pushing for it, and I think costing Nicholas quite a bit of time. But Ben really wants to make that pass and just be ahead here. You can tell how hard he's pushing for it and staying right on Nicholas's tail through the lap. Not seeming to use too much push to pass. Ben has 7 left as well. Ben losing it, so we're gonna go wide here. We'll be able to get past. Oh, come on.
Stay on the left. Stay on the left.
Both on push to pass.
Hold your line.
This is not going to end well, is it? Ben just desperate for that position. So let's figure out where the next best place to make this pass is. Should have been a push to pass out of 1 there. I need to just keep that in mind for future races. That's twice that I could have made a nice clean pass when someone had an incident. I really thought Ben was going around, so was not focused on that. But Ben, a solid driver, holding on to that car just fine through there. And there's another bit of getting squirrely. So let's go ahead and catch up with Nicholas if we can.
Car right. Clear on the right.
All right. Not getting a great run out of there. 2/10. Wouldn't be able to make this pass. If I got on push to pass, Ben could defend. Rashad Craig behind is what I'm really worried about right now. Having to be a part of that battle, like putting some more cars into the mix. I'm doing okay on pace. I'd like to be going a little faster at this point, being lighter on fuel and my tires not being too beat up on a relatively cool track compared to what I have been practicing on.
8.317.
So just need to keep trying to put this car in the right spots at the right time. Really maybe should be going on the inside there more to try and get ahead of Seb. Or, sorry, Ben. Seb's 2 seconds behind, but catching up as well. Okay. Getting on the gas, gotta not enough of a run. Getting on the brakes early, getting on the gas early. Not going to be enough to make a pass, but really making up some time. You know, Ben obviously really close to Nicholas as well, so we're all playing the draft game, trying to push these cars as hard as we can. I've still got more in my tires. Not sure how they're doing right now on the primaries, but seem to be fine. We're not losing a ton of time. Nicholas off the road in plenty of places. Would really like there to either be a larger gap so that Ben doesn't have the draft, or just to be able to get ahead of Ben through here. Because Rashad is right on our tail. Come on. Think Ben might have a look, but nope, not on push to pass. Shot out, not on push to pass. So we're just chilling right now. Got plenty more speed through here. I'd love to use, but I'm a little cautious of Ben and Nicholas ahead. That's not going to help me at all. Need to go ahead and make use of that speed I claim to have. Or Rashad's just going to go ahead and shoot past me. 3/10 behind is quite close. I think Rashad biding his time as well. Might be looking for my tires to fall off while those primaries hold on a little bit. That'll be the real advantage they get. But I'm still feeling pretty good where I am. Gonna run these tires as long as they seem reasonable, and especially since we're not getting into too much. I'm not pushing them really at all right now. I'm just trying not to get too involved in these incidents.
Keep to the right.
Okay, on push to... God damn it!
Stay on the right.
So much
Clear.
less draft. Had a nice run out the back. There's Ben coming back over.
Car right.
Yeah,
Clear.
no way I could have pulled that off on the outside. But Ben lighting those tires up again. That's going to help me. I did have that drift, but need something to happen where I can really take advantage of it and capitalize on it at the same time. Like, there's an incident there. I can't do shit about that. I can put my car on the inside here and shove Ben off the track, like was done earlier in the race. But I'm not gonna do that. That's kind of a dick move. You can run too wide through there, but it is stupid with a car 4/10 behind, at a minimum. So staying behind Ben. Ben held me up quite a bit at the Detroit Belle Isle Grand Prix as well. Just like very good on the defense. Yeah, very slippery car, which is going great at all the passing zones. Like one problem with having a car that is solid through these technical sections is it is so challenging to pass. You want to be just fast enough to maintain your speed through the technical sections, but I might need to look at losing a little bit of downforce on my car, just that I've got that little bit of extra speed going down the straights to try and make a pass, to try and keep a pass from happening. That's not everything that's happening right now. There's some skill issues at play, but I need to remember that I am very happy in 7th place, and honestly very happy in 8th place. Those are great positions to be, given the strength of field here in this race. So would love to just keep these positions. I would obviously like to do better than I am. I'm going to keep pushing and trying to improve, but I need to remember when I'm pushing too hard that I'm chill where I am. Running 19.6s is a little slow in this weather for being on the alternates, especially because everyone's just gonna like launch past me once we switch tires. They will get some fantastic laps before we start to even out. So I'm gonna bide my time. Folks are coming in on the alternates already. I'm going to remain out. I'm not coming in yet, but we are. Yeah, I could pit whenever I feel like it. So I need to keep that in mind. Would come out with someone if I were to pit right now. Oh, and coming out with Kevin Burrell here. Really gonna help mix things up a bit as we are heading into this. Oh, ho, ho, ho! That definitely mixed things up a bit. There's nothing else to say about that. That absolutely mixed things up a bit. That's quite the incident. I don't think either of them are coming back out of that. That is a bummer. I'm going to keep pushing these tires. I'm going to try and stay behind Kevin, try and keep Rashad behind, but Rashad will definitely get past me. That might make this look like a top 5 finish, but again, 7th, 8th, cool. I'm cool with that. I need to not push it when I switch over to those alternate tires, or sorry, primary tires, because they will cause a big ol' issue if I push too hard. So, keeping up Kevin through here, getting a little bit more slidey than I think I would like. Rashad might be cursing me a little, wanting me to pit and take care of my tires. Where am I looking at? 2 cars bunched up right there. I do need to get ahead of them if I am going to pit. I do not want to come out with other cars. We just saw exactly what happened when that does happen. Okay, Rashad's going to go ahead and get by. No problem there. That'll make it easier to pit, and it looks like those 2 cars might have been Ben and Nicholas. So I think I will go ahead and pit. I'm already set up for the primary tires. I'm going to add another click of fuel. Got 44 required. Do that when we are heading in there. These first like 2 or 3 laps are going to be interesting, but we should be more than fine. Got 6 push to passes left. Going to be running a little bit slower, so taking that extra fuel, just because the calculation right now is based off of running on the alternates. There I can actually use the pit speed limiter, not push to pass. I gotta they're entirely different colors, they're in different locations. They're just I gotta sort that out. All right.
2, 1.
Primaries, got enough fuel, no wing change. Let's go. Oh. Could have been faster there. All right, let's get out. Who's coming around? P1 is coming around.
Okay, go.
Should be fine and not running into them. I'd love to keep P1 behind me. I don't think I'm gonna get lapped in this race, but Phil Kraus flying right now. 3 laps and will catch me. Oh, okay, there we go. All right. Okay, let's turn the voice down a little more. Don't need to be hearing any of that. Like I'm sure that they are going to need to discuss it after the race as well. But there we go. On the alternate tires, going to be about a second a lap down for the first 3 laps. Should start to even out and be those low to mid 9s. I'm hopeful, at least, and yeah, just need to keep it on the track. Like that is my main goal. I'm gonna catch that traffic later. I'd love to have a nice quick set of out laps, but I'm gonna have to see what I can do. Like I said, I expect Rashad Craig to get ahead of me. Kevin Burrell already pit. I'm not gonna hit 3rd there. So it's the folks behind that we'll have to keep an eye on. Seb Alexander, not too far away, and we'll see where everyone else sort of shakes out as the race continues. We're not even halfway through, but there's been quite a lot of good racing happening so far. Oh, Phil Kraus 1.8 laps, he will have caught me, and looks like he's going to push that alternate set right to the end. So we'll see. I hope I don't have to just let him by, but I obviously will if I need to. If he's caught up to me, that'll be a bummer, but gotta pay that price sometimes. The blue flag should very well be respected. Oh God, he's right behind me. All right, tires are getting a little bit of heat in them, but they're still driving like little rocks. Little rocks. Looking good on fuel to the finish. At 22 laps of gas, 21 laps to go in the race. Phil really catching up, but we're in 8th right now with plenty of cars left ahead to pit, so we should be in a good position to end in that top 8 like I was kind of aiming for from the start, so just need to keep that in mind. We'll have to look at where Phil is with us coming through this technical section. I think I'm going to have to let him by right after we get over the little hill there. He is flying. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go and not spin this time. And we'll catch up when something more interesting is happening. So talk to y'all later. Bye. Okay, pit cycles have completed. Rashad Craig is 8.7 seconds ahead of me, so looking a little out of reach. We'll see how he does on the alternates, but like I said, I expect him to be, like, there's no reason he's not faster, especially these first handful of laps, and then there's just not quite enough left. I'm not going to be putting a second a lap on him after, like, 3 laps or so. So, 6th place is looking good. My goal right now is really just to maintain position. Like, I'm in a good spot between groups of cars. There's no, full course yellow that's going to shake things up. I can just stay here, stay on track as best I can, and finish this race out. So that's what I'm looking at. Just trying to stay consistent, not push anything, saving my push to pass to easily get past any lapped cars we may run into. Yeah, just kind of sitting pretty. Rashad flying now. So with that, I will catch y'all at the end of the race, or if something interesting happens before then. So see y'all in a bit. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Also, Phil, good win.
All right.
I was trying to catch that.
Kind of forgot. It's over. The race is over. I got 6th place. I got lapped right at the end there. I'll show quite a bit of that, but it's just gonna be silent and then this. So yeah, race is over. It was good. I was trying not to push too hard to not get lapped, but I really didn't want to get lapped. But okay, I got 6th place. Pretty excited about that. So anyway, catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
Last lap. Clear. You've got about 2 laps of fuel. Checkered flag, checkered flag. Great.